How's it going, everyone? It's Redgrave here from MKAU Gaming, and this is Chasing Static. It's a game from the Haunted PS1 collection. I've recently reviewed this, which can be found on the MKAU Gaming website. So I'm just going to be doing a full playthrough of this game. It's very short. It is essentially a horror game, but it's not very scary.
Yeah, sure.
It's Evelyn. We spoke on the phone.
Oh, right, sorry. I didn't recognize your voice.
Oh, that's fine. I'm happy you could make it. Your father, it seems he didn't have a lot of friends in the end.
He never did.
Right. Anyway, the War asked me to give you this. It was all they had in regards to his personal effects.
A book?
I'm sure there's a lot you have to process today. I apologize for being so forward.
No, it's fine, honestly. We really love that choice.
Well, I'm sorry for your loss, Chris. I hope you have a safe journey home.
Okay, so the premise of the game is you have just buried your father, and
It may concern.
you get lost on your way to another location,
Pages of this book.
and then the whole
Life's work.
horror nightmare of the game begins.
A fruitless garden. 30 years of questions with no answers. Much like my own hollow ambitions, some things never come to fruition. I only hope that these tattered pages may serve to prove that we are more than ourselves, and that our perception of reality is merely a veil over our own ideals and hunger to understand this world. I have many regrets. The Institute is not one of them.
So we're heading to a town called Hearth, and there's been a string of disappearances in Hearth, but it's very weird because it's like in a pocket dimension. So we can't actually leave when it all starts hitting the fan, which it will in a few minutes.
Christ alive! You almost gave me a heart attack. Let me guess. Got lost in the storm?
Heading east.
I'm, headed east. Oswestry?
Oh, so do you want the good news or the bad news first?
Well, obviously I'm gonna take the good news first.
Well, you're on the right road. We'll be headed that way myself soon. Bad news is it's about half an hour back that way. Hang about and I'll show you the way, if I can bum a lift.
Sure. To be honest, I could do with the company.
Wasn't looking forward to cycling in this rain anyway. Nothing creepy though. I'll kick your ass if you try anything.
Hey, I'm just relieved to be off that road. Where are we, anyway?
Welcome to the Last Stop Cafe. Best coffee this side of the A5. Don't get a lot of customers these days, though. Oh yeah, help yourself to coffee. I'll be done in 5.
Okay, so now we get to make some coffee.
So I never caught your name.
Oh, it's Chris.
Chris. Right. Nice and simple.
Yeah, it was my dad's name. Grandfather too. My parents weren't exactly ones to break tradition.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Chris. I'm Anera.
I used to know someone called Anira. It means winter, right?
Close. Winter is Giaf. Anera translates to snow.
Oh, my Welsh is a little rusty.
Hey, I'm impressed. Most English folk can't even read the road signs.
Well, neither can I, apparently.
So what brings you to this neck of the woods?
Well,
Oh, could you deal with that? Just mess with the dial until it finds a signal again.
well, I buried my dad today.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry.
It's fine. We didn't, exactly see eye to eye.
Yeah, my dad left when I was 6. Turned up 10 years later wanting to play Happy Family.
Oh, here we go.
Again, that's the second time this week.
Hold on, I've got a lighter here somewhere.
See, this is why I love smokers. You wouldn't mind taking a look, would you? Fuse boxes in the back.
Okay, I guess.
Last time I was...
So, what am I looking for here?
There's a fuse box in the kitchen.
Kitchen. Right. Hey, Nera, a bunch of these fuses are fried.
Should be some spares in there somewhere.
So you need the screwdriver to pry open the broken drawer. And also, first puzzle of the game. Lights only.
Dead. And the fuse is dead.
And if you're wondering where the second fuse is, you just take any of these. Because you only need the far left and far right to turn the lights back on.
Hey, no need to thank me or anything. Anera?
Good phone call. So as you can see, the cafe is now destroyed, and there's a bunch of stuff here.
A camera?
I don't think there was ever any point of actually grabbing or using the camera, and if there was, I never discovered it. Random person that just disappears, has no relevance to the game at all. So you can go two ways. You can either go into the woods or try using the car. But the car crashes anyway, so let's go with the car. Any second now. Oh, yeah. That's right. Got to try and make a phone call. Good old Nokia. Okay, so in terms of location where we are, the diner is literally just down there. But that's not where we're going. In the review, I did mention that there were a bit of textures that pop in and out of existence, like trees. Let's see if I can find one of the infamous trees. Okay, so ideally we're just gonna go grab a wheel for the vault.
That smell.
Grab this if you're trying to go for full completion. So there's a bunch of notes that you can find all over the place. There we go, there's the tree I was talking about. There's other trees that do it, but that was the one I first noticed. And as mentioned, it is part of the Haunted PS1 collection, which is a community of small developers that share demos up on their community site. And, you know, they get feedback from other developers and fans and stuff. So it is meant to look like a PS1 game.
Hello?
Even though it's on modern console.
Oh, God, am I happy to hear your voice. I thought you guys had left me here for dead. Does this mean you got the all clear? I can leave.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I need help.
Wait, you're not from the cleanup team? Fuck.
Look, I was in the cafe and there was this thing. It attacked us. I just want to get out of here, please. Send help.
Okay, take a minute. Tell me exactly what you saw.
I don't know. It was dark, like some kind of nightmare. Feels like I'm dreaming.
Hey, it's going to be all right. What's your name?
Chris, but
Okay, Chris. I'm Helen. You need to listen to me. We're in a bit of trouble here. Something bad has happened. You're going to have to trust me. I need you to do something for me. I'm from a team of researchers. Whatever you saw in the cafe, it's not real, okay? But for us to leave this place, we're going to have to work together. Have you ever experienced sleep paralysis?
sure. When I was a kid, it would scare the shit out of me.
Think of it like that, and your bed spans several miles. The things you see here, no matter how real they may seem, they're just broken memories. Figments of your imagination latched onto something real.
Look, I'm just trying to find my way home.
The only way you or I are getting out of here is if you do exactly as I say. I'm sorry, Chris, but we're in this together, whether you like it or not.
Okay, fine. So what do I do?
There are 3 sites, each with a device engineered to secure and contain the surrounding area. Several days ago, these devices failed. Simultaneously, each site was disconnected from the array. You're going to have to manually reboot the simulcast devices to re-link the array.
Honestly, I struggle with the VCR. I'm not exactly qualified to...
Think of this as more of a hi-fi. Just hit the power and press the big green button. It's that simple.
Okay, and how will I know where these things are?
Each link has a failsafe signal for that exact reason. Easily tracked with a displacement device. But there should be one there in the orchard.
And there really is no other option?
I wish there was.
Okay, well, I'll be back later. I'm gonna go check out those sites.
Go careful, Chris.
Okay, so now we've got the objective. We've got to track down
This is
three
crazy.
devices to turn back on. We've already seen one in the diner, so we just got to find the other 2. But I also need a power pack for the one in the diner, so I can't just simply go and turn it on. This here is the handy dandy ghost spotting device. And brief explanation on how to use it. Also, it's the waitress.
Hey, wait!
But I can't go through there yet, so I don't have keys. So ideally, the first thing you want to do is head down here to the basement. Because with these ghost conversations that you pick up with the radio device, it can change things in the world.
I think there's 2 more in storage.
So these are events that have already happened.
Alright, you stay here. Take a minute to catch your breath. I'll get the others. We'll take them across the lake in 2.
You want these?
Oh, thanks. Isaac had the other set, right?
Wherever the fuck he is, yeah. What's been with that guy lately, anyway?
Oh, no idea. Let's just focus on getting these moved.
There we go. Now I've got oars. So now if I head topside, I can use the boat. And then I can access the keys. So relatively it is quite a short game. Especially when you start knowing exactly where you've got to go. And with the easy objective of just turning on 3 devices, it's not really that hard. There is one item I will grab now before I go to the boat, which is the flashlight. Also a dead body that wasn't there before. There's not really any point of grabbing the flashlight, to be honest. I just wanted to show it off where it is in case anybody wants it. So here's the rowboat. But ideally when you're here, there's other echoes scattered around the place. Like, I'll show you how the echoes are tracked after this one, so accidentally walked into this one.
Alright. You first.
Hold her steady.
I'm surprised this thing's still afloat.
Okay, so this here picks up frequencies through AM and FM. So, see how the dial's going down to 4? Means I'm walking away from it. The further you get, the closer you get, the higher it goes up. So essentially when it hits 10, you're right on top of the echo. So this one is going to be these two people stargazing.
Like the more you look, the more they are.
That's your eyes about them, firing up the Roswell.
Such a nerd.
Unfortunately, you can't just run out of sight from it. You've got to let it play.
There's the Big Dipper, and Orion's Belt.
Well, the constellation is Earth the main thing. But yeah, the big difference. So you see that long bit? That's the neck. Follow it down to the body, which leads off to the leg. It kind of looks like a bear. The great bear.
I wonder who named it. I think it's always been the bear. Looks more like a giraffe to me.
Most of the names come from Greece, named after its god.
And bears.
Yes, animals too.
Nice, yeah.
I'm really happy you came.
Me too.
Still a better love story than Twilight. So now I'm going to the second island, which is also home to one of the locations of the devices, but I don't think I can activate it as of yet. Always the last one you check. So, hello, Isaac. So he was the guy with the keys. Or was he? Mystery moment. So, there are ghosts in this game that I assume are meant to be a threat. Like, they're at least meant to scare you, but I'll trigger this one here. I don't trust them, I don't trust any of them, it's hard to think straight. This place has gotten each and every one of us. I've made a few failsafe precautions, mainly when it comes to the simulcast units. I've stashed the tape for Site C, and a link just north of the research site. I've dialed in one of the flax emitters to give off signal in the range of it. Okay. So when you hear static, that means that there's a ghost nearby. And there's Stace. Well, there's a echo here. That's one I need.
Hey, someone's been in here.
What?
All my shit's been moved.
Come on, this site's been vacant for weeks. We're the only team with clearance to be out this far.
I'm telling you, someone's been messing with my stuff.
It's probably just a bad.
But essentially, the ghosts in this game,
Whatever.
they can't hurt you, they can't kill you.
Right.
As far as I'm aware, there's no way to actually die in this game.
Isaac?
So it just takes out any real major threat.
I don't know. Stay here.
Well, first time around I was, you know, actively avoiding and dodging and weaving ghosts until I randomly just mistimed it and one hit me and nothing happened. So... surprised it didn't trigger. There's one meant to be around here. Yeah, well, all those jury cans are empty. I get a full one back in the lab when I go downstairs. Okay, I've got to watch the video on here. That's what I want. The hammer.
Isaac, wake up.
Oh yeah, Isaac's gone a bit hostile. He ends up killing everybody on the research team.
You. So it's up. Light. Playful. Gentle.
Isaac, I think we need to get you back to the facility.
Or not sick.
Look, come with me and we can get you checked over.
More.
Isaac, put it down. Damn it, Isaac, what are you... Please. No.
Okay, let's grab my hammer. Hello, crazy person.
Hey, you okay?
He's not really any use to us.
Damn, the hammer broke in two.
Okay, so house, there's the X. Make sure that there's no fragment down here. Yep, Isaac. Sure you can. So essentially I could activate this site now, which I will do before I head back to the lab.
Hey, I'm fighting.
You're safe in here.
Safe from what?
The others.
Isaac, please, untie me.
It's okay. They can't hurt you here. We'll all have a chance at redemption eventually.
Don't leave me down here. Isaac, please, I'm begging you.
Okay, jury cam was added. That's what I want. That's right, I forgot old mate still talks. Loose soil. Pick this up.
The shovel broke.
Okay, so for these devices that you're turning back on, all you really need to do is make sure they have power and then play a tape. That's all you got to do for these locations. As soon as that thing's spinning,
I think that did it.
you know you've done it.
Okay, 2 more sides to
So now I can leave here. Also, very surprised I still haven't seen the ghost here yet. It's meant to be lurking around that tent, but okay. So now we're actually going to go and enter the town of Hearth. So to do that, you go back to the lab. Because we're going to be going through the sewer system into town. The lab is this way. And essentially, if you just hold down left trigger the whole time, that's sprint, so you can just get through it a bit quicker. I don't think you can sprint inside. Oh no, you can. It's just not very noticeable. Also, while I'm here, I'll open up all these doors I need. So that's for the end of the game. I believe if you don't inform Helen of the status, it may result in a different ending.
empty.
Also worth checking out these boxes for an item. Portable battery. So that's what I needed for the diner. So now all I need to do is collect 2 tapes and I'm essentially done the game. I'm pretty sure I don't need fuel again, so I'm not going to bother with any jury cans. I could ideally go and do the diner now, because the tape is essentially right next to the diner. But I'll get the town out the way and done with, because from memory I spent the most time in the town.
Don't need these keys anymore.
And welcome to Hearth. As soon as I... yeah, there we go. Welcome to Hearth. The town where there is at least one old lady ghost walking around that you can interact... oh, well, somewhat interact with. if you walk into her, you get an achievement. So she's over here to the right, walking down the street here. There she is. Hello, old lady. And she's gone. Okay, so at the moment, you can see that there's jury can here, but there's nothing else here. So I need to head to the hotel to be able to trigger progression. Also, no ghosts in the town either. Very weird. Okay, so I've actually got to trigger this one so I can get into the hotel.
Oh, it's weird to think that this place used to be busted. Hey, who says it isn't?
So that room up there is where I've got to get to.
Hey, you've heard the stories. Hey, a lot of weird shit happens out here. Why do you think the field team is always hiring? Come on, let's just get this done. Ladies first.
There is a child somewhere in this hotel, but I never figured out how to get to him. So who knows, maybe I'll be lucky this time around.
Seems something's causing the circuit breaker to trip.
Need to trigger this one as well so I can get the key.
I don't have room numbers on them. Hotel keys never do. Just try them all. No, not that one. Or that one. Give to me. So we set up the repeater, make sure the windows are safe, and then lock it in there. Pretty much. We head back to the van. If you're okay, then it's a matter of waiting for the other teams to do their part.
So the only two rooms I really need to worry about in here is this one and that.
Only one. It was messy, but we got the job done.
While they're doing this, I'm going to start heading downstairs.
Good. All right, let's do this. You can hold my hand if you want.
Because I need to stop that leak, because it's stripping the power. Okay. So now I head back to where that jury cam was. If you do enter an area where there's still a key item, that will come up across your screen to let you know. Old lady ghost will be back again. So even if you do miss the achievement for interacting with her, like walking into her or anything, you can do it again. See, now there's a truck here. It's Isaac.
I don't know. Smoke break. Try the radio again. This is clean up Team Bravo.
So he essentially locks them in the van and sets them on fire.
Nothing. What gives? You really are on edge today, aren't you? No, it's just... Wait. Do you smell that? Hey, don't look at me. No, that... petrol. It smells like petrol.
Probably just, I don't know, someone used the van to ship some jerry cans or... Hey! Someone out there?
It won't budge.
Oh no. Hey! Open the fucking door! Hey!
So Isaac is a real piece of work. Hotel keys, that's what I want. I was really hoping that there would at least be a ghost so I can show off and show what a ghost looks like and that they don't actually harm you if you interact with them. Because there's meant to at least be two somewhere in this town, but they're meant to trigger at locations when you're walking into them.
Oh.
Okay, so you move the body off the floor. And you use duvet to soak up the blood.
That should do it.
That's stopping the leak. And also, this is the room where that kid is.
It's no good. The key doesn't work.
Like, you probably can't hear it now. Could have heard it before when I was originally up here. But you could hear a kid crying through that door.
Looks like that did the trick.
Here we go, cassette tape 2. That's the second location done.
Another site contained. Okay, just one more site to go.
Now back to Donna. I have forgotten how I got here. I think it's a bit more down the end of the street. Ah, yeah. Certain textures may break. Here it is. So again, I'm not going to talk to the lady on the radio, but essentially after each site, or like if you've done all 3 sites before you finish the game, you can go and talk to her on the radio. I don't know if that impacts the potential of the ending, so that's ideally why I'm not going to be doing it. So I want to see if I get a different ending this time. Because there is multiple endings for this game. So I'm pretty sure the original ending I got was like the good ending. So I'm hoping for like a bad ending or something by not relaying communication. And these things, I thought that they destroyed the ghosts, but they don't. I honestly don't know what they're for. Keep going straight, leads back to the diner. Unless I've turned myself around somehow. Which I didn't. No. Okay. I thought I did. So back at diner, but if you head down the street here, there's a van. With cases. Thankfully, you don't have to watch the echo to find out that the tape is in there, but there is an echo to talk about the tape. So I'm pretty sure Isaac originally started up here, and that's when he started going mental. Okay, so for this one here, you need a power supply as well. Which I thankfully already got.
Okay, that should be the last one. Time to get to the facility.
Now, that's it. That's the 3 main objectives for the game done. I've just got to finish it up now. Because there's another facility next to the laboratory where you've got to go into. And then that's game. That's it over and done with. So roughly when you don't know what you're doing and you're going through it for your first time around, it's probably about 2 hours of gameplay. But since I thrive off these types of games, and I speedrun these types of puzzly games like Resident Evil and all that type of stuff, I don't know why, but I've got a weird memory when it comes to these types of stuff, so I remember all the key locations I need to go to, what I don't need to do, and just hammer through it. But fun game. Definitely worth checking out. I just wished it was a bit longer and a bit more scary. Like, this whole run, we have not seen a ghost at all. So it's a bit disappointing. I'm sorry that it didn't happen. I'm trying to remember if there's any that are out here. I can't remember if there is. If there is, huzzah. Looking like a no. So ideally you're meant to talk to the lady on the radio and she tells you about this place and how you can only enter here once you've turned all the sights back on. But I'm hoping because I've skipped all that dialogue and she doesn't know I'm coming, it gives an alternate ending.
Chris, you're here. Good. Make your way to the lower level.
Helen?
Time for the handy dandy screwdriver from the beginning. So we're now locked in here. So, needs an access card. What was it? Here it is.
That's it.
Kids' rooms. So they've been experimenting on children. It's never a good thing.
I need to show you something. Take a seat.
You want me to sit in that thing?
Just get in the chair, Chris.
She has no face. Okay, so when I originally played, I said, screw it, let's do it.
Let me guess. I'm just supposed to trust you.
I've got you this far, haven't I?
Well, no, I got myself this far.
I'll overcome you now.
Oh, this is crazy. This really doesn't look safe. Fuck, what am I doing here?
Chris, you've come too far to give up now. Trust me. After this, we can finally leave this place.
Okay, that thing does not look safe. Like, at all.
It's fine. Just take a seat.
No way. Fuck this, I'm out.
Chris, there is no other option. This is it. The last stop. You can set us free. Just get in the chair.
Okay, so regardless, you gotta get in a chair. So there's still a bit of gameplay left. So you're now in like a neural link. So you just follow the fungi. And then random memories will start popping up. Like the car. And a diner. And the fuses. Remember when we did the fuses? And where we boarded the boat? And the graves that I dug up for keys? And the bunker I entered? So it's a good little trip down memory lane. It's your daddy.
Doctor, he's conscious.
Establish a GPS. Do we have motion?
Sympathetic pathway showing response. Pupils dilating. Chris, can you hear me? No verbal response.
Dr. Selwyn, the patient is stable for now.
Progress has been slow today. Might I suggest a brief recuperation period?
Disappointing. Run it again.
I woke to a deadly silence. My legs tired, fumbling over each step like I'd been asleep for a lifetime. Something was different now. A stillness to the air. As I felt the blood slowly return to my fingers, so did a flood of memories. Those years spent alone with my father. Years my mind had locked away in the darkest corner of my subconscious. I had lived this horror before, time and time again, like some kind of fever dream. My father was an honest man, a loyalist, dedicated to his craft, to science, to the pursuit of knowledge. But a compassionate man he was not. Everything changed the day my mother passed. His better half. He became obsessed with that village, with Hearth, and his stupid rock that fell from the stars. For years I thought I'd see her again, that she'd just come back, arms open like she never left. Maybe we were both deluded. My father convinced me I was sick. Maybe I was. I could see things other people couldn't. Things no 12-year-old should ever see. Day after day, I wished I hadn't told him. I wished things could go back to the way they were. Visits turned into appointments. Appointments into sleepovers. It wasn't long before we stopped going back home. This is your home now. Then I met Helen. I never knew her last name. The only researcher in that damned place with a conscience. If it wasn't for her, I'd be rotting there like the rest of them. She helped me get out. To get away. To a foster family in the southwest. A new life far from here. My rock. For years I dreamt about it. About that place and what it would be like to go back. Like something was calling me. That feeling. It's gone now. Whatever business my father started here, it ended when I severed that link. I guess now I can finally leave. We all can.
So that is the ending of Chasing Static. Again, if you want to read the full review, it is up on the MKAU Gaming website, Link will be down below in the description. And stay tuned for other content drops of games that other reviewers are working on. And have a good one, everybody.